Thanks so much for joining me. Right now in studio is Henry Richardson from the Possibilities Fund, and you're back to talk about your annual golf tournament that's coming up. Welcome.
Yes, ma'am. We're excited.
Great to have you here. And this is the 5th year.
Yes.
So something you're doing right.
Yes, ma'am. We're doing it. It's doing really well, and we have a great tournament, and we have a lot of great sponsors, and we're looking for a few more if we can get them.
Yes.
And definitely players, but anybody that hasn't been out to Indian Rivers and played in this tournament is missing out. This is a great deal.
And, you know, we have had many people on the show talking about illnesses and disease. And this is something that has to do with chronic lymphatic leukemia. Yes. And what is so encouraging is when you shared your story with me 5 years ago, that there is actually something that can possibly cure this disease. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a drug called ibrutinib, and I was fortunate enough to be one of the ones on the drug trial when they came out with it, and which inspired me to start this fund to help other people get on it because I've been very blessed with it. It's a very expensive drug. It's now FDA approved, but even if someone has Medicare and insurance and all that, there's still a copay, and this is every month, and that copay can run $500 to $600 a month.
Oh my goodness!
And so people needed help to get this drug, and I couldn't fathom the idea of having something this great available and it being out of reach because of $1.
Right.
So we wanted to help people do that, and these that's what the fund is all about. And the drug you take once a day, it's a pill. You take it once a day. There's very few side effects, if any, to it, and it just turns the cancer cell off, and it doesn't even exist. And it's incredible.
You know, and the miracle was back in 5 years ago, or when you were in that trial period. How much time did they say you had to live?
They originally, when I was diagnosed in 2000, they gave me 8 to 12 years. And I took all kinds of chemo, went through all kinds of different stuff, and it was kind of like stepping stones, but it would work for a while, and then it wouldn't work, and it was just like a big yo-yo. And on 3 occasions, I came real close to cashing in. It just literally by seconds or minutes, and depending on which case it was.
Right.
But had a few really close calls. But the problem with the chemos and things like that, there's side effects to all of that stuff. And
if you can survive the treatment itself,
well, that was one of the things to it. Surviving that and coming through, and so they ran out of things to give me, and I wound up going for experimental chemo treatments and things, and those people ran out of things to give me, so they wound up at the place where they were doing the drug trials up in Ohio, and that's just life-changing.
Yes.
It was really, and if someone does not have to take the chemo and can go directly on this drug, it's a no-brainer.
What kind of person would benefit from this drug called ibrutinib?
Well, a whole bunch of people, because chronic lymphatic leukemia is the most common type of leukemia there is. So this affects a broad range of people, and people are diagnosed with it every day. And so what this drug does is it just, when you take the pills once a day, it just turns off the cancer cell, and it's literally like you didn't have leukemia. You didn't have the disease. It's and they've actually come out with a second generation that's up for FDA approval right now that they say is even better than this one. And I can't fathom how you get much better than this.
That's great.
One. And I'm not complaining, but
that's great.
But it's really neat stuff. It's just their goal, and the FDA had approved it as a secondary treatment. So you have to have some type of chemo that won't work or won't last very long. Then you can get on the ibrutinib, and their goal is to get it approved as a first line of defense.
Right.
Where you don't have to take any chemo. Of course, that's a lot of money and a lot of drug companies and a lot of politics going on in that, and all that, as we know, and nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is help raise money to help people get this drug and get to a cure where
Yes.
they can return to a normal, productive life.
And have fun while doing it because you're playing golf to raise money.
It is. This is a 501c3 fund.
Yes.
And it's through the SCOA Cares, South Carolina Oncology here. So everything goes to help people right here in the Midlands.
Excellent.
So it's we're doing something for our community, and I reckon the Lord decided to keep me around for a reason, and I reckon it was to help other people.
Super.
So I'm blessed to have that opportunity, and like I say, we have a great time at the tournament. We have really good food. At the end of the tournament, it's over with. We've got 5 different challenges out on the golf course this year.
Okay, and plenty of prizes.
So we have door prizes, and we have trophies for first, second, and third, and longest drive and closest to the pin. We've got a couple of other golf challenges at a par 3 and a par 5, and we have a hole-in-one prize, which is a $9,000 ATV.
Wow.
It's one of those things that looks like a car, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So how do people sign up? How do people get involved in this golf tournament?
It is very easy to do. We have a brand new website.
Okay.
'Cause my old website, you had to fill out the stuff and email it and mail it in. But we have a brand new website. It's possibilitiesfund.com.
Okay.
And you can register online.
Okay.
And if you can't come and play, but you want to donate, you can donate online.
All right.
And it's secure and safe, and everything goes straight into our fund at SCOA Cares for the Possibilities Fund. It's earmarked for that. So, but by registering online, that way we encourage people to register early so we can make sure we have plenty of food and plenty of golf carts and their teams lined up. So it's kind of, you get in there quick, because our goal is for everybody to tee off at 9:00.
Okay.
So we'll start registering at 8, and then we want everybody out hitting golf balls at 9:00. So by 1:00, you can come in and eat.
Gotcha.
Eat lunch.
All right. Again, it's the Possibilities Fund golf tournament. It's coming up September 22nd. And all the information is on your brand new website.
Yes, ma'am.
You can register there and also get information about this drug, ibrutinib.
It is.
And oh yes, and you can also donate for the cause as well. Orange, remember, orange is the color.
Yes.
For leukemia. I remember. Yes.
Yes.
Give them the website address again.
POSSIBILITIESFUND.com.
Got it. Yes. Henry, it's always a pleasure, and much success to you.
Thank you so much, and we sure do appreciate it and look forward to seeing everybody on the 22nd.